What's up, everybody? It's your disgruntled beekeeper, Egoleech, and I'm here with some more Heroes of the Storm. Today, we're going to be playing good old Dibbles, who, according to Blizzard, is the premier gank warrior. Diablo went through some fairly substantial changes after the last patch. I played him a handful of games before that patch, and he was just awful. Didn't soak enough damage to tank properly. Had some CC, but it was ultimately meaningless when fighting against a coordinated team. Kind of pathetic damage, etc. Well, he kind of upped his ability to soak damage and to deliver CC to the enemy. And I actually haven't played him since the new patch, but we're going to give him a shot, see how he does. See you in a bit.
Get ready for battle, you landlubbers! Choose a talent!
Alright, little buddies, we are zoning in on Blackheart's Bay. I'm going to be picking up, basically, since I'm talent gated, what I'm going to be going is just pure trait and tankiness. Our comp is Zagara, Artanis, Muradin, myself as Diablo, and Raynor versus Kerrigan, Arthas, Falstad, Azmodan, and Illidan. So kind of similar comps, but basically this is how it's going to go. We're at a slight damage deficit, so what I'm going to hope is that myself and Muradin are basically able to CC anyone to death while Artanis and Raynor pick up the slack and damage. The only problem for us is we don't have really good pick targets. Maybe Falstad, maybe Kerrigan if we can catch him isolated, but either way, it's not exactly ideal. So, I'm moving here, see if I can get my overpower. Yes, I do, and I get my shadow charge, and we do manage to get first blood on the enemy Kerrigan. Not bad for a character that I haven't played in probably like 5 months. And it's gonna overpower and then shadow charge the Arthas. Oh, I'm gonna take a death, but will the Arthas? Oh no, the Arthas just barely gets away, and that makes me feel awful. Anyway, nobody bot lane, not sure why. Looks like we're just gonna be pressuring this super hard. Zagara's taking death. She's the one who should be bottom, but looks like she has other plans in mind. And, oh, missed my shadow charge, unfortunately. Don't manage to catch the Illidan with it. And it's looking like we're missing both the chests. Bad place to type, but had to do it. Oof. And it looks like Zigzag did decide to go bot finally, thank God. So, this is going to be a very precarious kind of game. Let's see, can I get anything here? No, it's not looking like I can. Enemy team is pretty mobile, which is going to be a problem for us. But hopefully, as I said, we can just kind of CC guys to death. Good body blocks on the part of Muradin there, and we do manage to pick up the kill. I'm going to body block for our Artanis just a little bit. And can I? No, I can't get him. Too far away. But I can possibly get Mr. Falstad here. And do we get the kill on Falstad? Ah, we do. Take a lot of damage in the process, but it's cool because I can just back and I am going to be perfectly fine. Oh god, don't come here, Illidan. Or Kerrigan. Oh! Oh! Just barely. Gonna take Soul Catcher just to, again, increase my tankiness, see what we can get done. Enemy team stacking 9 coins to our 1, which is a problem. My inclination is to come down here and try and get a pick on this Azmodan, who is playing very aggressively against our friendly Zigzag. But will I be able to get him? We do, but unfortunately, the coins, most of the coins drop behind the gate, so I only managed to pick off a couple. But hey, we got a kill. That's not too bad. So now we've managed to strip some coins. I'm floating a couple now. Overall, it was worth going down there. We're keeping up in soak without too much trouble. Just overpower Mr. Illidan, knock him back, and see if we can get Muradin with some follow-up. Yeah, but it's not going to be enough to kill him. Enemy Illidan pretty crafty so far. He's doing a pretty decent job of protecting himself. Can we get in here and possibly do some work? Maybe? Yep, I do manage to catch the Kerrigan out and strip another coin off the team. So we're doing pretty well in terms of kills right now. Enemy team is playing really aggressively into our kind of like multi-front CC that we have going on. So that's actually going to work out just fine for us. And, yep, we managed to get the fall stat as well. I'm actually liking how Diablo feels right now. His kit feels stronger. Just, in general, it feels like a pretty substantial improvement over how I remember him feeling. But then again, I did last play him a long time ago, so who knows? I've probably just improved as a player as well. But credit given where credit is due. I am enjoying the changes as far as I can tell. And it's looking like we are going to catch the Kerrigan again. Yep, but not before I... Ooh, trying to flip the Falstad. And I can flip the Illidan. Trying to protect our Artanis as well as I can, but unfortunately, without the damage available from Artanis, this is a bad situation for us to be in, so I'm going to pull back. Muradin gets caught out, kind of accidentally body blocked by me, who's fleeing as well. Gonna sit over by the sippy cup and move back in. Currently 7 of 5. Went to jump and click my face. Yeah, it happens. Oh, will I be able to get out of this? Yes, I will. It's okay. So, just using my Flame Stomp to kind of do some, like, ambient damage and push the lanes. I do not want to step in here, really. Let's see. Can I flip him over near the towers? Yes, I can. I get rooted, but I'll be able to get away. Whew. Taking a lot of damage, though. Ugh. I really want to go in there and try and get that Kerrigan, but I think that would just result in my own death. Fortunately, I do have 100 Soul Stone, so if I die, I will res instantly. We're currently floating 9 coins. The enemy is floating 12 or 13. So they're probably going to try to turn in pretty soon. I don't know why Artanis is staying in so long. Artanis feeds has basically become an in-joke between me and my friends because there's just a real surplus of Artanis players who make extremely questionable decisions. Well, not able to get in there and get the kill, but who cares? Now we're only floating 7. We're just trading coins back and forth like crazy this game. So, what are we going to do? Yeah, Artanis is vigorously instructing us to turn in. I'm going to say we should try and go for a quick gank on this Asmodan if at all possible. Because, man, we could definitely do some quality work there. Do manage to pull the Illidan back, but unfortunately... Oh, no. Artanis, these are bad things that you're doing right here. I'm trying to body block for him, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done. I get the overpower off, and yes! I do manage to take the Illidan. Now, the Asmodan's in a terrible place, and oh, that's a lot of coins we just took. With 2 of the enemy team dead, this is the perfect time for me to go turn in. I'm going to ping the team to assist me at the turn-in just to cover me. But it looks like the enemy team is pulling back, so I'm going to be able to turn these in just scot-free. That's amazing. So that's 7 coin turned in for the first turn-in. I'm sitting on another 8, so I'm going to hang up around here, grab this doubloon camp, just to ensure that we've got enough for the next turn-in. Hitting E for some reason instead of W. It just feels more natural for that to be Flame Stomp since Q and E are the natural combo. Hey, Artanis, you want to come and get these with me? Yeah, there you go, buddy. Remember, always be murking when you're playing Blackheart's Bay. Especially if you can just kind of ride it on the coattails of a previous turn-in when the enemy team is still kind of on their heels, then, I mean, all the better. So, pick up the rest of the coins we need. I'm going to indicate that I want to go for yet another turn-in. I think that we've got a good chance of being able to do that. I'm going to see if I can flip the Illidan real quick. Or, nope, not going to. In fact, I'm not going to go there alone. I'm going to make a good decision for once in my life. And... yes! Oh, Kerrigan. So many bad decisions are getting made by both of our teams today. Okay, I'm going to go in because I'm floating 14 right now, and I really don't want to be holding that many. Especially as a character that I'm super not very experienced with. Illidan flips the gate to go for a Muradin. Oh no, somehow it's Artanis got through the gate for some reason. I'm not sure how. I don't know what our Muradin was trying to accomplish there, but we will be able to take out the enemy Arthas after getting our own turn in. Artanis died too, apparently. I'm not actually sure where that happened, but, well, it happened. You see at... well, stop clicking on your face then, buddy. Although, I will agree that I play with click-through minimap, so when I'm moving, I will not accidentally move somewhere on the minimap. I'm going to take Life Leech. Typically, I would take Fire Stomp, but we're going for pure tankiness on this, so this just might keep me alive in engagements a little bit longer. Okay, now we're going for the chest. It looks like Illidan is turning in 5. That's perfectly fine. They're not floating enough to actually get a turn in, but they're probably going to... Ooh. Oh, mister. You get back there. And we're going to go for the Apocalypse. Oh, but unfortunately, I don't time it right. Oh, and I'm not able to get at him. Oh, and I just explode from that Kerrigan with Maelstrom. But so does the enemy Falstad. This is still not an ideal engagement, but Zagara gets a pretty good Maw off, but I don't know why she's attempting to fight. Oh, and just staying there for that little bit of extra time is what's going to result in a death for her. There was no reason to do that. She could have just walked away from the Maw. She probably would have been perfectly fine. Arthas now attempting to get a kill on the old. And you know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna follow my team into their deaths. I am gonna play a little bit more relaxed because that's a really silly idea. Yeah, I totally ate shit from that Maelstrom there. I was surprised by the amount of burst that got put out. It's all good. Okay, Artanis wants to kill Asmodean. I understand he's floating a lot of coins. But this is hardly an ideal situation to be attempting a confrontation. And I'm going to try and... There we go. I do manage to peel for our friendly Muradin. And just get in here, and we should be able to take out the Arthas as well. Yes, we are. They do secure a turn-in, but we got a couple kills for it, so I'm not going to complain too much. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I play with click-through minimap because there's been a lot of times I've been just kind of jackknifing my my mouse around to try and get somewhere away from whatever team fight might be going on, but instead I end up clicking on the minimap and getting myself killed. So I kind of wish that was also an option for the actual character portrait, because I've run into that situation myself a few times. Nope. Well, she's playing pretty far back. She's getting smart now because she's realized just how many times we've actually... I'm going to take Continuous Overpower just for the extra chase ability. Looks like we're going to try and get a little mini push going down here. We got Siege pushing in, so I think that's a pretty good idea. Falstad's top, although he is able to fly in wherever he wants. Artanis throwing out the blind ult there for reasons I don't really understand. And we're going to just throw Kerrigan, push her back. And I am probably going to promptly die. Yes, I am, because my team wasn't focusing the target, but whatever. We're going to take the fort, and we take the kill on Kerrigan, and I'm going to ping for my team to leave, because I just don't see anything good coming out of this. Well, we do manage to get the enemy Arthas. Not too bad. Falstad takes our top fort, but that's okay. Not a big deal. As you can see, the fact that I'm not dying too much, along with the regeneration on my Soulstone, means that I'm able to get back into the fight pretty quickly. I'm going to go up here and clear this lane of these bruisers that are coming up. Excuse me, Diablo, not exactly the best at clearing lanes on the planet. Well, I pinged for my team to retreat, but apparently they didn't want to listen, so there we are. Well, Zagara decided to leave. That was a smart move on her part. Everyone else is just staying in and playing Team Deathmatch right now. Okay. So, where are we? We're up a turn in. We're basically, they're outsoaking us just slightly. We're up in kills, so it's a pretty even game right now. Although we are ahead by one structure, which is really the most kind of crucial line of demarcation on this map, is how far you are on structures. Yeah. Don't let him turn in. I know you don't want to let him turn in. But we're 2 down, buddy. We're 2 down, buddy. Like, there's no need for us to be... Oh, I assure you that it does matter.
10 heroes on a dead man's chest.
Oh, managed to get that false tag kill. Not too bad. And it looks like they decided to just push in here, which is actually an amazing position for us to go for an attack. So, what are we going to do? We're going to push you in. We're going to flip you. And then I'm going to throw out my Apocalypse. And... Oh! You got away from the initial one, but we managed to pick it up on the back end. Go in here with my Shadow Charge, and that is a lot of kills right there for not too much effort. We stripped a whole shit ton of coins off those guys. So, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to pick up this chest. I assume that the Illidan fully retreated. We managed to pick up a Carrick and killed... Oh, of course, it's our Artanis. Fighting the good fight in the top lane. And, he does manage to get away, which is pretty surprising. He hasn't been too good at that part of the game so far. Okay, so what Artanis said was, it doesn't matter, you gotta defend the turn. Now, this is something that kind of, well, this is gonna sound so insulting, but it's the reality. Lower MMR players think a lot. Is that the most crucial thing on this map is to, well, then 6 points, not too much. Defend that turn in. Prevent the enemy team from getting turn-ins, yada yada yada. Okay, this is the reality though. Every game of Heroes of the Storm is won or lost by exactly one thing, and that thing is destroying the enemy's core. And this is something that people forget a lot about. As long as you destroy the enemy's core, it doesn't matter what the enemy team does. As long as you get that core down, you have won the game. So, in a situation like we saw before, now we did manage to get a quick pick on the Falstad, which evolved into basically a wipe for the enemy team, but that was a thing that turned out right for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? It's a bad idea. Dying Breath on level 20. Let's see, I can't get a flip too far away, unfortunately. Oh, that was a pretty strange reticle for Shadow Charge, it seems. Okay, so enemy Illidan is down, but Muradin's doing stuff in the top lane. I don't know if I really want to get in there. Oh boy, there's the Apocalypse to peel. Yeah, we do manage to pick the Arthas. Now we need to go for this Falstad. Oh god, we were just getting chewed apart here. This is terrible. Like, this is not a fight that we needed or wanted. And nope, I do manage to get away. And so that's 3 members of the friendly team. We should have pulled back much earlier from that, but we decided not to, and that was our downfall. I mean, I've got 100 soul stones, so it doesn't really matter if I die right now, but for self-preservation and not to give the enemy team more experience. Anyway, so that issue at the turn-in that I was talking about where Artanis was saying we needed to defend it. This was what I was afraid of. It's kind of a situation like this. Sure, we might be able to fight and delay a turn-in, 3 versus 5, but the reality is they're going to end up wiping us. That's just simple. That's just numbers. That's how it's going to work. So, what do we have at that point? We've got a situation where our team wipes. At far enough in the game, the death timers are going to be around 25 to 30 seconds, which is plenty of time for the enemy team to be able to get a foothold, to start clearing their own merc camps, to start pushing their lanes and getting in a more dominant position on the map. That's not what we want. And I would much rather lose a fort to a turn-in than get in a fundamentally bad situation where we risk just torpedoing the entire game. Now, fortunately, this team is playing a little bit scared, the enemy team that is, since we've gotten so many early kills on them. But the reality is, all it takes is one good team fight late in the game, as usual, to end up torpedoing the whole thing. And we don't want to do that. We want to win clean and simply. You see, right now, the team is splitting up. Shouldn't be doing that. I'm calling for Artanis to retreat because he's in the vicinity of the entire enemy team, while our Muradin and our Rainer turn in. Yep, they are going for boss, I think. Now they know that we're coming, though. So, oh, nope, they got it. Can't do anything about that. So I'm going to throw out the Apocalypse, stun, peel for my Artanis as best as I can, which unsurprisingly is not a great deal given the situation we found ourselves in. And I'm going to overpower Illidan one more time, try and cover for Zigzag. Of course I get rooted by the boss, and this is where the team ends up getting exterminated. Yes, they still got it. Why are you surprised by this? Turn of events. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die here. And this might be game, boys and girls, because of this. Team was too aggressive, wasn't in position, and decided, you see, that was, again, me going with the team when I shouldn't have. There was no reason for us to be there. And I paid the price of my hubris. See, Muradin's gonna die because he's getting rooted. I'm gonna use that to try and get away. And I die too. So, and that's gonna be GG.
Be careful. You just lost the key. Look alive! They're attacking your core!
Muradin says that we should have let him split push. Artanis, all alone, is going to go and deny the turn-in, which is going to result in him dying immediately. I'm best when I'm alone and not involved. I get held back by him. Second. Well, the entire team's probably about to die. Unless they pull out some sort of magic here. Do manage to... Looks like we might be able to take out the Illidan, yeah, but the rest of the team's going to die now.
Your enemy has it out for you.
This is but the darkness before the dawn.
Yep, this is me being salty in a passive thing.
Your core
This is
under attack.
a whole series of stupid moves that are probably going to result in us losing again.
Good kill there.
And actually, we do manage to sink a couple kills here. Muradin dies at the same time. Which I'm probably going to manage to push off the enemies just enough that we can lose with slightly more dignity. We'll see what happens. Well, now we got 2 keeps down. 1 keep down on the enemy team. Can't do anything unless I'm alive, I think. This Muradin is very confident in his abilities for some reason. Not exactly sure why. I mean, he's been doing alright. Not really exceptional, though. So, we are fortunate in that... Let's see, can I get this turn in? If I can get this turn in, that can turn everything around. Because that'll put us at probably the same number of keeps. Should take out another keep. Our whole team's going to be up soon. And now we just need to get camps and play passively.
You fought well this day, my warriors.
No, guys, over here, little buddies. There we go. There's a camp spawning right there. Now this is what we do. We play a little bit passively, and we gather the rewards. Enemy team only has 3 coins for floating 4, so if we're just diligent about getting our camps... Oh, no, let's not chase this. No. Oh, boy. Oh, hamburgers. Okay, I'm coming down to support the team. This is a terrible idea. I'm going to ping for them to retreat because Muradin's not there. This is not an engagement that I really want, so I'm just trying to get out in front to peel for the friendly team if at all possible. Oh boy. Oh, hamburgers. And I'm going to throw out the Apocalypse, see what I can get done with that, which is apparently not a great deal of anything. Muradin, as much as I appreciate your dedication to split pushing here, having you anywhere around the team would probably be more helpful. Whew. He has died the least, I'll give it to him, but based on the amount of damage that he's taken and hero damage and siege damage. He also hasn't been doing much other than not dying so far this game. Well, Artana's throwing at the blind. I'm not exactly sure what damage he thinks he's going to prevent when the Asmodean is just lasering our keep to death. Well, he will be able to pick up the kill on this Artanis, but I don't know if he's going to be able to just... Oh, well, the Asmodean is out of mana, so he might be able to. Well, either way, we get a couple coins out of it. Oh, now it's 4 coins to 5. Basically, I'm going to say winner is whoever gets the next... No, it's not. If they get one more turn in, they're going to put our core in a position that we can't really defend from. So, we got 2 of the enemy team down. This is probably our best opportunity to regain some footing, as long as we don't do anything unbelievably stupid like we've been doing the entire game. I'm going to ping my team to assist me with these bruisers down here, because we got to do something with the enemy team being down for the next 20 seconds. Oh, we're going to roll in here, clean up these bruisers, and then start working our way up towards the boss, I'm guessing, to... oh, wait, chests are up. Now, can we get a pick on this Asmodean? Yep, we probably will. Yep. Okay, that's good, that's good. That's another member of the enemy team down for several seconds. They are not floating any coins right now, but they are only 1 coin away from getting a turn. So we need to prevent that at all costs. Oh boy. Oh, hamburgers. Oh, we do manage to get that. That's good. That's good. So... and we can just body block the Arthas to death. Okay, so that's 3 of the enemy team down. Ooh, Arzagara is going to die, but that's okay. I think we can recover from that. With 3 of the enemy team down, I'm going to suggest we just push for core. This is our absolute best opportunity to win the game. We really need to do this, guys. We really need to. This is our absolute best opportunity to win this game, people. Oh boy, please, please, for Christ's sake, stop doing the camps. Oh my God, they won't do it. They, Muradin won't stop. What do you mean can't? Like, they had 3, oh.
This world will. Slay this foe now.
This is Artanis, please. Why do you do these things to me? Oh. Well, I thought that you were going to go in with me, Artanis. What do you want me to say? It's valid. That was an unbelievably stupid move on my part, but I didn't realize that we had the other 2 coins in. I thought we were trying to go for a strip. So, I am going to turn in now. Do manage to get a kill on the Kerrigan. And we do manage to get the turn. Alright, so that puts us in, well, basically the same situation we were before. So, going back to heal. Oh, okay, so the keep was low, so we are going to put some damage on the core here. Really, all we need to do is... I was going to say stay alive. Yeah, this might be the end of the team. Ah, we're going to put the core down to like half health. Fortunately, the enemy team is kind of out of position, so once we're all back up, we could just backdoor the core. 38%, extremely doable with just a few members of the friendly team on board. At full shields, a cannon barrage will not kill the core.
Blast them apart!
I'm going to ping for everyone to assist me. Fortunately, we still had a tower up, so that's not going to destroy our core. No, fuck the bruiser camp, for Christ's sake.
Cease fire! If they want
We
more,
need
they'll
to
need
push
pay up
the
first.
core.
Evil never rests.
Thank God. Okay, all we need is like 3 people. And they're all, oh, thank God, they're all at boss. They're not going to be able to respond in time. This is our opportunity to win right here. This is a base race situation, people. But if we can get in, and Zagara can just start dumping her combo. And I'm going to throw out the Apocalypse to hopefully distract the enemy team. Okay, I get rooted. But yeah, this is going to be it. We're going to be able to take it out. And that is me just being an asshole. And I think I deserve it. Okay. What an absurd game. Lots of examples of what not to do. Oh. But hey, a win is a win at the end of the day. Let's take a look at the stats. So, Artanis soaked the most damage. I was second place. Our split-pushing Lone Wolf Muradin was lowest in... let's see what he was lowest in. He was lowest in damage sustained as a tank, in siege damage, and in hero damage. Just slightly below me, granted, but hey. I sustained 6 deaths, so second lowest on the friendly team. Enemy team, the Arthas was actually putting out crazy damage. Although he wasn't the one that I was most concerned about most of the time. I was mostly worried about the Kerrigan in late game because with such a melee-heavy comp with 3 warriors, Maelstrom was doing a lot of damage to us. Let me take a look at the talents real quick so I can just get an idea. Okay, Falstad, as they said in the chat at one point, did go auto-attack. Giant Killer was probably doing a lot of work on us just as a team because we were so warrior-heavy. Although, surprisingly, his damage didn't really reflect it. He was playing pretty far back, which I guess does make sense when you only have one true frontline warrior. Okay, so what did we do right? What did we do wrong? I'm going to say that a lot of that game, especially the way it ended, that was just an absolute fucking Hail Mary pass on my part. My team was not real interested in listening a lot of the time. They weren't fond of that principle. But I was able to rally them in the very end there to go in and get work done. What could I have done better, personally? There were a couple, like, wipey team fights we were involved in that I could have told were wipes that I pinged retreat from, but I still went into anyway, trying to kind of make the best of a bad situation. Had Muradin been there with us in a lot of those engagements, I'm sure we would have been perfectly fine. Because it was amazing how well we were doing just 4v5. If Muradin was there, I think it could have been an absolute stomp. If he had just roamed with us and everything was good, it would have been great. But alas, that was not the case. Artanis, our Artanis was just a fucking lunatic with how he was diving. At the same time, though he tied Zagara for the largest number of deaths, he is not really the kind of terrible feeding Artanis that I've typically seen. He actually had a really good understanding of what the limits of his character were in a lot of situations. There were times where I was pinging a retreat and I was like, oh, he's definitely going to die, but he managed to get the best of the character that he was dueling, which really surprised me. Artanis is definitely a finicky character like that, much in the same vein as Sonya. You need to just have a razor-sharp understanding of exactly how much damage you can take and give if you're going to pursue like a one-on-one engagement like that. Overall, our team fight presence was solid, but so was the enemy team. As you can see, 36-37, basically even in terms of kills over the course of the game. But what I would say made us win in the end was just, we didn't really have it in the early game, but just that intense focus on getting coins, making those rotations as necessary, and just turning in whenever possible. We didn't push hard. That was a game that we mostly won just purely through coins. Though I will say, absolutely, when there were 3 members of the enemy team down, it would have been entirely possible for us to push for core, and we could have won that game like 7 minutes earlier than it actually ended up getting won. My team was sketched out. We had our Zagara down, but the reality is the 4 of us versus 2 of them plus the core, we could have easily cleaned up and won. Anyway, a win's a win, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this content, as usual, like the video, comment, or subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content like this. Uploads might be slow over the next few days. I got a friend from out of town giving me a visit, so we'll see if I'm up to cutting videos while he's here, but I might be busy hanging out. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and next time in the Nexus, we'll be seeing you. Bye-bye.